you really can't do that, so that's why you're teaching, because those who can't do teach, right? That's the thing. Those who can't do teach, right? Um, and in reality, guys, it becomes down to quality of life. It comes down to lifestyle. It comes down to what do you want to do every day, um, and you know, that's why we ended up. Now, let me ask you one more question. I was going to save this poll for later, um, but we know what that one is. So let me ask you one more, okay? Because this is another one we had from yesterday. Here's a question: what's the dream? Because I had somebody just say, you know, leave a legacy, but what's the dream? They can pick one. What is the dream? Mm-hmm. 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 And in this one, there is no wrong answer. Like you really cannot pick a wrong answer here. Yeah. Yeah. And again, it came out right about where I thought it would. And Harrison said, leaving a legacy is far more valuable than having tons of money. And Harrison, I think that is largely a factor of where you're at in life, whether you are at the beginning of your work career or you're at the end of it. There's about over 1,000 people in the room today. Yeah. If you're young and coming into the work cycle and you have young children and you're in a position where you need to be able to provide for them and provide the best kind of life for you and your family, income may be more important at that stage than leaving a legacy. If your kids are out of the house and you're watching them grow up to become the men and women that you hope that they would become, and you're looking at your life and saying, what value do I now add to these kids and to my family that I've spent decades trying to instill values in and instill good work ethic in, um, then it might change. But we got about 50% of the people are looking to trade full time, and the rest of them are, and about 20% are looking to, either replace their income or create a second income stream. I'm going to tell you right now, those of you in those first two categories, really first three categories, are going to be really excited about what we're doing, because we're going to provide you guys some opportunities that you may not have had before. But it starts out with learning the basics of trading. Was this valuable to help you guys kind of like make a stand and determine what's really important to you? I think it is. I think it's something that everyone should be doing. Now let's take a look at this. Let me just back this up a second. We're going to take a look at the charts. Now I've got several things working here. In the upper left-hand corner of your screen, I trade a little higher time frame than Akil does. Akil kind of, but I'm playing the field today, so I've got a little bit of everything running here. Dollar yen in the upper left-hand corner of your screen, 4-hour chart. We actually have a very deep Gartley pattern that has set up here. It's almost like a bat. It's going to trade like a bat pattern, and it looks like this. Basically, we have the initial impulse leg of the move, followed by the retracement, followed by the pullback, and then followed by the press down into what ends up being an 886. Now, if I take my 127 extension, F9, on your NinjaTrader keyboard, I go swing high to swing low and back down in, you're going to see that 127 extension comes in at 96.97. Now, the great thing about this is look left, just like from yesterday, right? Now, I know that you guys have not learned about Fibonacci. You've not learned about advanced pattern formations. Doesn't matter at this point. What does it all come back to? It all comes back to the foundational stuff that you learned on day one. New structure high, new structure low. What are we really looking at here? We're watching the market ebb and flow. And then I look left from that 127 extension, and what do I find? If I draw in a straight line here at my 127 extension and I look left, look at what we find. Previous struck port, retrace,